Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Legacy. Um, Nothing really else to it, so let's just get right up into it. Last episode we finished off with Lady Charlotte, the Feeble Paladin. So now our options are Sergans the Barbarian, who's an ectomorph and colorblind. Ectomorphs get hit harder with knockback. Colorblind is self-explanatory. Surkotaki the Paladin, who has OCD and Gigantism. OCD meaning every time you break stuff in the castle, you get MP back, and Gigantism means you're really big, but it's more of a disadvantage because you are easier to hit. And then Servernos, the Paladin, who has Glaucoma, which let's just go with that one. It should be easier to show you than explain it. We did not make any money last time. Yeah, Glaucoma makes the screen dark after a certain distance away from your character. There are unique items that you can collect that get rid of some of your heir's detriments. They are very rare. Another thing that I have not mentioned yet is that these purple spiky balls are technically invulnerable except for a few conditions. You can destroy them if you have retribution runes on, which cause you to deal damage to enemies that hit you. Getting hit by one of them will then cause the spike ball to break itself, or if it comes into contact with walls enough, it will also break, like it did just there. Nope. Oh, that's a special room that puts you up against a very high tier enemy. You can defeat it, get a nice stat boosting chest, but we cannot defeat it. But we're not even going to attempt that yet. Not with 110 HP, we're not. Oh, shoot. This is another example of a room that puts you up against a stronger opponent than would normally appear in the area of the castle that you're in. But it's just guarding a normal chest filled with gold rather than any special. Ooh, that reflex. Oh shoot, that was a Doomvis. I did not even. Servernos has been slain by a Doomvis. Health is a very important stat to raise. Severn obviously is one of my friends, and I just got my friend killed. Servernos the Stout Paladin. So we have Sir Hershey the Paladin, who has IBS. I'm not going to explain what that one does. I'll read the description. Even the most valiant heroes can suffer from irritable bowels. Sir Dude the Paladin, who is nearsighted. Anything far away is blurry. We're going to try to avoid that one too, because it's just a pain. Lady Jenny the Mage, clumsy. You break a lot of things. Clumsy means when you walk past stuff, you have a potential to break it. She has Time Stop, which is a mage unique spell, and it does exactly what it sounds like it does. It freezes time for a period of time. It consumes MP over time to freeze enemies' movement and projectiles. So with the money that we've collected, we're going to upgrade the Barbarian real quick. Class upgraded. Convert your Barbarians into Barbarian Kings. Learn the secret shout of the bears and shout at things until they explode. Did not pick a Barbarian, so I'll explain that one's unique abilities when we play as one. Can't afford anything from anyone, so we're just gonna go straight back in. Oh, is the percentage chance to break things when you walk into them 100% when you're clumsy? I did not realize. Well, we might die if I don't make this jump. Yep, we're dead. Lady Jenny slipped and was impaled by spikes. Vault runes let you jump in the air with S. Lady Jenny is not going to be well remembered. Yeah, the feeble mage. Lady Teresa II the knave, ADHD. ADHD makes you move faster. Lady Charlotte II the paladin. Sir Hornsby the barbarian king, who is gay and flexible. Let's go with him. We can actually afford a piece of equipment, so we're gonna buy the sword. Because that'll help us overall. Nice thing about equipment is that it's independent of your class. So my health and my MP and my attack damage and my magic damage are all affected by what class I pick whenever I start over. But regardless of what I pick, if I have armor, I gain those bonuses regardless. So Barbarian Kings gain the ability to shout. What that does is it causes knockback to any enemy that you see on screen. And it destroys projectiles, like that. Why is there no chest in here? Ow. Oh well, there's no chest, so let's just carry on. It's good to always keep moving. Awesome, we get to learn some more game lore from the developers. Band of Bears, development time 4 months, release date August 6th, 2009. It was our second game we ever attempted, and it was for the 2009 Dream Build Play Contest. Found out about it pretty late, so we had to play catch up with everyone else. Fresh out of the success of DSYP, we decided to go big, stupidly big. And thus, Cellar Door Games was formed. On top of starting a project well beyond our resources and expertise, we also juggled full-time jobs to get this game running. It was pretty sucky. The game featured the BEARS system, Bear Effort Adaptable Room System, which would change rooms depending on the number of players playing. The Bear system didn't just tweak numbers, it tweaked puzzles as well. We ended up in the top 20, which was good, but not high enough to win anything. Eventually, reality and common sense came back to us, and we realized we had to scrap the project, or in the very least, put it on indefinite hiatus. The demo boss was pretty freaking cool. Awesome! This is our first boss room. Boss rooms always come with a teleporter, the boss room, the boss door, and 2 chests, and a statue with a health item in, and a statue with an MP item in. Oh. So finding the boss room, even if you can't currently complete the boss, is always good because of the money that you get. And the chests also frequently have blacksmith blueprints in it. That's another room that spawns a difficult enemy. Doing pretty well, we've almost breached 1,000. Just gonna ignore him. Reached another teleporter room, and we've managed to make it into the forest. We are not going to do anything in there, however, not even go for those chests that are ripe for the picking, because our chances of dying are just far too high. This green lock marker means that there's a fairy chest, but fairy chests have challenges and puzzles that need to be completed, and we don't have enough MP to shout right now. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, this is the connection point to the dungeon. Let us use the teleporter to get back to the start. Awesomely made. Ooh, that chairite almost messed us up. Got a zombie, that's not the bottom of the board either. Oh, there might be another zombie on the bottom. Trying to be super careful. Ah! I say as I walk right into a bullet. Sir Hornsby has been slain by a guard box. Buying equipment is the fastest way to raise your stats. He should be remembered well. He survived pretty well. The gallant barbarian king. Sir Skunky the mage, CIP. Congenital insensitivity to pain. No pain. So what that does is it hides how much health you have left. Lady Minerva the Knave. Eidetic memory, you remember things with extreme clarity. Shoot, what does that one do? I think what that means is you know where everything is. You have the map revealed at the start. No. It reveals where enemies are on the map. Lady T the Paladin, clumsy, you break a lot of things. We'll go with Lady T the Paladin. So we have the option, we can actually do a lot. Let's upgrade our mages. Transform your measly mages into archmages. Master all of the arcane arts and change whatever spells you have on the fly. So their ability is Spell Cycle. Now we have the option to unlock the Miner or the Shinobi. We're gonna unlock the Miner because the Miner has abilities that, well, just read. Trained more in the art of making money than killing enemies, miners are best used for scouring the castle for treasures and avoiding confrontation. So miners specialize in, they have boosts to gaining gold, effectively. They gain more than everyone else does. Ooh, things are starting to get expensive. This is where we're gonna try and start buying equipment more than upgrades. Unfortunately, right now, I think we only have 2 other pieces of equipment that we can get. Probably want to get some runes too. That was stupid of me. Guard box. I really must stop being so incredibly stupid. Even though I have clumsy, it's probably for the best that I still break things myself, because then I can walk into the gold as it falls rather than can't let you defeat me, not before collecting the chest. Depending on what upgrade you're making to the castle, it costs a different amount, but they all go up every time you buy a new one. Oh. Oh, that was successful. Okay, this is pretty cool. We're gonna get a random item from the statue. It's another random creation. I really wish it wasn't that one. The Hedgehog's Curse causes us to drop gold when we get hit, but the trick is that you drop more than you actually... It is dropped from your collection, but only some of it, but you actually spawn more coins than you dropped. Now, this is another random spawn room that, randomly spawned room, that has a jukebox and it lets you change the background music, but, background music's turned off for reasons, so unfortunately we don't get to experience that. Okay, let's get back to business. Let's not... Okay. That is backtracking. Nope. That's defeat all enemies chest, which is not going to happen. Ah! Died for scratching my shoulder. Take a look at the map. Okay, our only real option is to go back the way we came. Awesome. Ah, more story. Game has a very loose story. Not super important, but we'll read it anyway. Journal entry number 2. Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's fate. I have always known he planned to leave nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. Let's keep my priorities clear. Conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. That's another randomly spawned room. That one, how it, opposed to a normally randomly spawned room, is about story features. Very much appreciated if we could find, chicken. Doing pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, there wasn't much way out of that one. Lady T has been slain by a Frostin. You should have picked the other child. I will keep that in mind for next time. We'll do one more heir. Lady T, the Gallant Paladin. Sir Useless, the Archmage, who has Dextrocardia. That's actually almost good, because that means that he'll have a very large HP pool but a small MP pool. We have Sir Lee II, the Miner, who is nearsighted and has Alzheimer's. Now, normally I would pick Miner because of the bonus gold, but since they're weak and he has Alzheimer's, that's not useful to me. Lady Stephanie the Miner, who has Hypergonadism, your permaroid, it attacks, knock enemies further. And she has Flame Barrier. We'll actually go with Lady Stephanie. Miner. Now, what to do? Upgrading magic damage is not very important until we have a larger MP pool. Let's unlock the Shinobi. Class unlocked, the Shinobi, a super fast, super deadly warrior who wears a super headband. They can't take a lot of hits, but they can dish out the pain. Believe it. So Shinobi hit obscenely hard. Unlocking the Shinobi gives us access to critical chance up, which means that classes other than the Knave will be able to actually get critical hits at a low percentage, but it's useful nonetheless. And we also gain the ability to unlock Haggling. And this means that whenever you speak to Charon, he doesn't take all of the money that you have. And it's pretty useful long term, just like this increased gold gain, but we won't be worrying about it for a while. Let's buy another piece of... Actually, we can buy both. Oh, we're kitted out a little bit. We don't have any A abilities because we don't... This class has not been upgraded. I should have demonstrated how the flame barrier works. Basically, it just makes flames spin around you and then they run into enemies and damage them. Oh, also, I forgot to point out, you can... Anytime you get to a diary, you can read any entries that you've unlocked. Ah! Yep, I'm getting out of here. Don't like the sound of whatever is down there. We are not going for that gold. Oh, I didn't realize we had such a small amount of health. Lady Stephanie has been slain by a Chairite. Dodge the Chakram's return trip in order to maximize its damage. We killed 3 things before we died. I will actually go 1 more. Lady Stephanie, the useless miner. Sokotaki, the Archmage, Electrophobia, and PAD. PAD is actually very useful. Those spike traps in the ground, if you have PAD, you don't activate them because you have no foot pulse and they detect the pulse of your feet. Sir Patch, the Archmage, Eidetic Memory. That lets you remember where enemies are. And Lady Henrietta, the Miner, who has Eidetic Memory. We'll go with Sir Patch. Can't afford anything because... terribly. One of the best things that you can do really early on in the game, if you're too afraid to go after chests reliably, is to try your best to find the boss room in the castle at the very start of the game. Because if you can do that, you're always guaranteed 2 chests. Oh, I should demonstrate the Archmage's ability. So we started off with the Blade Wall, which we do have, but we also can swap to the Flame Barrier and the Conflux with the Archmage's ability. So as you can see on our mini-map and our mega and our full-size map, that enemies are now marked on it. This has several uses. The balls of death are also marked. That's the flame barrier. This is the conflux. It shoots 4 balls that bounce around almost indefinitely. I think if they come into contact with... Ow. This is a room that I would very much like to not be in right now. I don't even think there's any treasure in here. I think this is just a death room. Yeah, it sure is. Well, that was inconvenient. Ah! There's several items that the statue can give us, but I'll demonstrate them as we get them. Ah, Charon's Obol. This is really handy. If you collect this in a run, the next run you don't have to pay the toll. So we won't have to pay Charon's toll for the next child that we go into. We're going to end this episode here. I forgot to read his last words. I'm so sorry. Patch? Yeah, that was Patch. Patch is another one of my friends. So, finish this episode here. If you liked what you saw in this episode, please leave a like on the video. If you have advice for me, for this game or in general, please leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more of my content as I keep putting it out, then please feel free to subscribe. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you in the next video.